So there we go. All right, moving on to your last guy, and I love this pick. I absolutely love this pick. So knock us off. Let us know. What do you think? Why is Tony White kind of at the top of who you wanted to talk about tonight?
Because we're gonna find out. Do I think personally he is the real deal? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But do I still have that creeping voice in the back of my head that's saying it's too good to be true? Nebraska's
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to have nice things, and Tony White so far has been a nice thing. And so I've got him at the top of my list because my personal opinion is that I think he's a top 10 defensive coordinator in the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see that? Can we? I
Mm-hmm.
hope so. I think so. I think we take a step forward on our defense. That's what I would put money on, and it falls on the shoulders of this man right here.
Mm-hmm.
He is a cornerstone of this program. The fact that he decided to stay when literally every college would have forked out enough cash to entice him to leave because of
Mm-hmm.
what he did at Syracuse, and then immediately went to a downtrodden Nebraska and elevated their defense to a statistical level that they haven't seen in well over a decade. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's going to make probably the most impact out of this entire year. So yeah, I mean, just there's no way to not look at him and go, this dude is gonna make the most impact. It seems self-evident to me. So what do you think?
I'm right there with you. Most impact, absolutely. And before I add my thoughts to yours, I just want to let everybody know, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to give us a like on YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, we'd really appreciate it. We've got 29 viewers on Twitter, and that's
Wow.
awesome. That's the most we've ever had on Twitter. And if you guys are commenting in the comments section on Twitter, we really appreciate that. Unfortunately, for some reason, StreamYard and Twitter don't like to talk to one another when it comes to live chat, at least not on my end at this point. So my apologies if you've been adding your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. So make sure you send them to genredpod@gmail.com, or just switch over to our YouTube channel and throw your comments down in the live chat on there. We'd really appreciate it. Anyway, as far as Tony White is concerned, yeah, the stats from 2023 need to improve a little, especially on third down percentage. Would be nice to keep that rush defense where it's at, keep that total defense about where it's at, if not improved, would be awesome. And I think he will make most impact, especially on the coaching staff on the defense, simply because I do think that rush defense gets better. I think that total defense gets better. I think 32 sacks will probably improve by 5 or 6. It'd be really cool to get up to 40 again, like we used to do almost every day, every year in the 90s when we had badasses all the way up and down those defensive lines. And then get those tackles for loss up a little more, especially on third down. That would be really, really nice. So, yeah, most impact for me on Tony White. Seems like a great guy, and he'll probably make the most impact in the offseason because I have a feeling it's one and done. I have a feeling there's going to be a job that's going to open up that he's not going to be able to resist, and and he'll move on, and then we'll know who's going to take his spot. My bet, if I were placing money, it'd be on Rob Dvorak or Terrence Knighton, because you can't argue with what Knighton has done on that defensive line. And I truly was torn between picking Terrence Knighton and picking Rob Dvorak earlier for one of the coaches. So, but yeah, I like all your arguments regarding Tony White. I think you're dead on that. So,